Hi YouTube, it's December 4th, 2011. I think it's the 9th day of my 50th year on the planet. I'm a little bit confused because it has been a heck of a week. Catch you up real quick. I'm going to do this morning, and you are seeing me at my very worst because I'm exhausted, but I still want to get this video up because it was a crazy couple of days, and then I will later on do those shout outs and stuff later on in the day for today's video. But concerning the 7th and 8th day of my 50th year on the planet, which was Friday and Saturday, and I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My mom had had her surgery on Thursday. She was supposed to get out of the hospital on Friday, so I went over there to get her, see her at noon, find out what the deal was. And I was kind of hoping they would keep her because the weather was really bad, and I just thought, well, if she's not, on top of things, maybe she probably should stay. So anyway, I got there, and of course, as I suspected, there was a little turn for the worst in the night. I had called and checked on her 3 times the night before. They told me that she was very restless and that she had a headache. She couldn't sleep. So they gave her some pain medication and whatnot, and I don't know. But anyway, I got there at noon. She had a terrible headache. She was so shaky. She still was looking nice and plump, but she was not able to breathe deeply on her own, and can't even get her oxygen saturation up, maybe like above 80. It was really down low. The red light just kept coming on, and so they really did want to keep her, but she wanted to go home because, well, let me tell you, this woman is stubborn. Not only is she tougher than hell, but she's stubborn, and that's probably why. But anyway, so I said, well, I think if we're going to stay, we need to go ahead and get another room, stay here, because now they were going to send us with oxygen. I wanted to make sure everything was fine with that. And the oxygen place met us at the room. And let me tell you about this room. Wait, okay, well, so we got the oxygen there, and everything's going to be fine. So, we're on. It was better we stayed. Got her some Panda Express. She ate. She slept pretty good. And we finally made it home yesterday, Saturday evening, about 10:30 in the evening, because we had a few stops to make, and we did not leave early yesterday at all. I had to go fill some prescriptions for her. I had other stuff to do, so we did get home late again last night. And then I had to clean out the car, which was like a rolling freaking trash dumpster. I've told my mom so many times, you know what, if we get in a car wreck in this car, because I drive my mom's Explorer when we go up there, I tell her, I hope I expire, because I'll be so bloody embarrassed by the state of this vehicle. It's crazy. Seriously, it's like a rolling dumpster / ashtray. So anyway, I cleaned out the car for her last night too, and I didn't get to bed until about 1:30 in the morning. But okay, so now we're on schedule. But let me tell you about this hotel. I love Quality Inns. Generally, that's where I stay. And the reason I stay there is because they're beautiful in the rooms. They are very clean. They usually have a hot tub and a pool. They have a beautiful breakfast, and that's usually where I stay. And not only that, they give me a military discount, and I get my room at the most beautiful Quality Inn in Albuquerque for $59. So of course, where am I going to stay? It's a suite. I have a couch. I have 2 TVs. I have a coffee maker, a microwave, refrigerator, hot tub. Geez, So, my husband, the budget hunter, the week before had stayed at the Quality Inn over at Hotel Circle, and he insisted that I go and stay there because I could get it there with my military rate. For how much? $49. $10. So I said, all right. So I go over there because I checked out of my other beautiful, spacious, luxurious, gorgeous, clean, musty but clean hotel room, not a motel, hotel. And I go over to this one on Hotel Circle. He calls, makes a reservation, and off I go with my mom. I get there. They have me on the ground floor. He told me I was coming with somebody from the hospital. They had me on the ground floor, but the only place I could get up to that ground floor that I could find had 5 cement stairs. So there I am, taking my mom up 5 cement stairs, okay? I get in the room, has 2 big beds, has a microwave, a refrigerator, a coffee maker, and iron, all like the other one. But it is an outside-facing room. Their pool and spa are not year-round, so my mommy didn't get to have the spa that I had promised her and that the nurse said was okay. And then, as if it couldn't really get much worse, oh, and the lobby is destroyed. It's tore up to pieces, and it's freezing cold in the lobby. That should have been my first inclination. But no, you know, sometimes I'm too freaking sweet. And let me tell you, it doesn't pay sometimes. And then what ends up happening is I get thoroughly run over the top of, and then, and only then, I blow a gasket. And when this little Irish Scottish girl blows a gasket, it ain't freaking pretty. Let me just say that. So anyways, make my phone calls, try to hook up to my internet to make my video to get you guys all lined out what's going on. Can't hook up to the internet. Go to get a Coke, they don't have a Coke. They don't even have a Pepsi. They don't have a 7-Up. They don't have a Sprite. They don't have a nothing, not even a freaking root beer, but Mountain Dew, which upsets my stomach. So I'll go ahead, get the damn Mountain Dew. Now, $1.50 for a can of Mountain Dew. Okay, so then on top of that, what ends up happening, get back to my room, go get my mom the Chinese food. I get sick, of course. So, and now I'm beginning to get just a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Pissed. And not only because of the state of the room, but just the way my day is going. I just threw out my dinner. I can't have what I want to drink. Can't use my internet. Can't have a hot tub. Can't do basically shit, okay? So now I go to lay. Okay, then the very first moment I'm in the room, I go in to use the restroom, and there's a dead cockroach. Which, okay, cockroaches are a problem in Albuquerque. It doesn't matter if you have a big, beautiful, $150,000 million home and it's clean, or if you live in the hood. Lots of people have cockroaches. That's just a problem that's always been there for millions of years. We have these big water bugs that come out of the sewer, but then we have been infested by the brown German cockroaches over the years. And then there's even these giant ones that are like palmetto bugs that are about this big, okay? Well, this was the brown cockroach, which I cannot tolerate. The water bugs that come out of the sewer, they usually, you know, I don't know. I just got used to them because they've been there ever since I was alive. And you just kill them. And they're usually outside. Okay, so there's the remains of a German cockroach in the bathroom. And I say to myself, it's dead. So they're probably spraying around here. And I probably don't need to be worrying about this. And so I'm not going to, you know, and I set it aside. And as difficult as it was. Because I've stayed in some cheap $20 motels in Albuquerque. I mean, cheap old Route 66 road houses for $25 that didn't have cockroaches. So I lay down to go to sleep. I finally get my mother tucked in. I get the oxygen all situated, and I've got her finally with the thing on correctly, not in her eye, not in her ear, not in her mouth, finally in her nose, okay? Lay down to go to sleep, reach over to turn off the alarm on my cell phone, and what runs across the nightstand? A German cockroach. Across the telephone in the room. I go to smack it, and I knock the phone to the side, and 20 brown German cockroaches run out from under the telephone. Okay, now if this had just been me, I would have been packing my shit and hauling ass so fast it would have made their head spin. But because my mother's tucked in the bed, I cannot move her now. It's 10 o'clock at night or some damn thing. So I didn't sleep. Because why? Because I'm on cockroach duty. And I don't know about you, but I don't want no damn cockroaches crawling on me. And if they're on the nightstand, they're going to smell my warm, delicious body, and they're coming for it. And I am not going to sleep well that way, and I sure as hell ain't gonna have him crawling all over my mother. And it pissed me off because I'm at a Quality Inn. That is not quality. So the next morning I get up, I start looking around, and I find itty bitty microscopic dead ones on the nightstand, which I thought was ashes or something, or dust. I didn't know what it was, because the room was also dirty. Oh my God, what a flippin' ordeal. So I get up, I'm like up at 7 o'clock. Well, I wasn't ever asleep. I had to go get my mom some pain medication, come back to the room, go to get coffee, and am met by this rude-ass fat boy that is pissed off because I brought my little coffee pot to fill up with coffee for 2 cups. Because why am I going to carry 2 styrofoam cups, which also had to walk through the cold to get to the coffee? And that's why I always stay at Quality, and I don't want to walk in the cold. Why would I? So I get the so he's pissed. I don't know, he worked there, but he was all pissed off. Then he tells little maid, go get more coffee, all pissed off. So then I get back to my room, I call my husband on the phone, I'm like, babe, you will not believe the hell I've been through in the last 12 hours. I want you to call up there, but I'm on my way up there to ask them for my money back. I paid cash, so I also had a $30 deposit. So altogether, it was like 80 something bucks with my deposit. So I go to the front, I meet the nice little girl at the front, and I say, and I look around, and there's a man over there, there's some people trying to get something out of the breakfast bar, which there was no breakfast. It was, the lobby was torn up, there was no breakfast provided. I asked the girl to speak to me in private, because I know that I'm going to make a scene. If I get pissed off and she gets snotty with me, I'm going to get ugly at the front desk, and I know myself, I've seen myself do it, as Ron White says, and I will bloody ass do it again, okay? So I asked her politely to go to someplace private to speak with me, and I look over and I said, does that man work here? She said, yes, he does. I said, okay. I set down there a piece of paper with the dead baby infant one, the skeleton of one, the dried up one I found in the bathroom, and I proceed to tell her about my cockroach incident, where this man proceeds to act like I brought the cockroaches with me. Oh, hell no, I did not. And on top of it, I get pissed, and I'm telling him about sending me up them stairs, and he says, well, there's another place down there on the end. I said, well, you know what, the front desk lady should have told me that, because they knew I had my mother, they knew I was bringing all kinds of stuff, they knew I had oxygen tanks being delivered, so she should have told me that. None of us should have had to climb those stairs while it was snowing and icy in Albuquerque. That's ridiculous. We're at which point this man puts his hands on the counter and leans forward and begins to get up in my face, at which time I said, I am not speaking to you. You are the janitor, and I am speaking to the front desk girl. And I look at her and then say, do me a favor and now get all my money ready. I am coming back in 15 minutes after I get my effing car parked, and I want my money on this counter then. No questions asked. And I am now going back to my room to call Quality Inn headquarters. Get on the phone, call Quality Inn headquarters, give this guy an earful about how he does not want this Quality Inn even to have his name on it. It's disgusting, the people are rude, and even the janitor thinks he's big enough to get up in a guest's face and get shitty with me. And if I had his name, I would tell you his name, because he needs a little ass kicked. And I'm not uppity, and I'm not, which he did call me uppity, and I am not bougie by any chance. I have been a housekeeper and made my whole life. And if I was at the Marriott and walked up to the front desk with my maid's uniform on and got up in a guest space, I'd be shit canned so fast I wouldn't even know what happened. That is rude. It is obnoxious, and it's pissing me off just thinking about it. I can't believe it. Probably my blood pressure's about 190 over a billion. So anyway, that was my weekend. So I load my mom up in the car. We head home, and we do finally make it here after a long and exhausting weekend. But oh my God, do not stay at the Quality Inn in Albuquerque that's at the interchange of Eubank and Loma.